Imagine the world's largest island, a frozen giant bigger than Mexico, home to just 57,000 souls. One day, the president of the most powerful country on earth declares he wants to buy it, like it's land on the market. Not for the people living there, but for security, minerals, power. This is Greenland, a place of endless ice, deep fjords, loyal sled dogs, and people who have hunted, fished, and survived here for thousands of years. Their story is one of quiet strength, deep loss, and a fierce love for their land. It touches the heart because it's about holding on to who you are when the world tries to take it away. Greenland feels vast and empty at first glance. Ice covers most of it, thick sheets that have stood for ages. But along the coasts, colorful houses cling to rocky shores. Towns like Nuuk, the capital, mix modern buildings with the raw beauty of nature. People here are mostly Inuit. Their lives revolve around the sea, the ice, family, tradition. Hunting seals, fishing cod, raising dogs for sleds. These aren't hobbies. They are lifelines passed from parents to children. Meet Nukannguaq. He lives on Disco Island. He hunts, fishes, coaches soccer. His family keeps 30 sled dogs, big, strong huskies that bark with excitement when he approaches. Every day he feeds them, checks their health. In summer, he takes his nephew Aqualoo out on the boat. They motor through clear waters, pull in cod. No fancy gear, just lines and patience. Aqualoo's hands shake a little with his first catch. Nukannguaq smiles, proud. We only catch what we need to eat or to feed our dogs, the boy says quietly. It's simple, but it's everything. This way of life has kept them going through harsh winters, short summers. Nukannguaq stands on a cliff, wind whipping his face. The sea crashes far below. He speaks with calm fire. Denmark made us into a colony, and since then we've just been following along. We need independence, but we don't need Donald Trump. No Trump. Only Greenland does. His words carry the weight of history. Denmark arrived in 1721. Missionaries came with Bibles and trade deals. They built churches, like the old octagonal one on Disco Island. Pastor Sarah Madison stands inside it now. The wooden beams are worn by time and salt. She talks softly about how the old Inuit beliefs faded. Before we Inuit did everything ourselves. We took care of ourselves and made our own clothes. Then the Danes took control of everything. Life changed. Denmark still pays huge subsidies, €500 million a year. It keeps schools, hospitals running, but many feel the strings attached. In Nuuk, Parliament member Pale Bro walks the streets. He pushes for independence. We want to be Greenlandic. This is what we're striving for. When Trump talked of buying Greenland, some saw a chance. For a lot of years they have been able to threaten us that if you want independence, you will be isolated. So I was one of the few politicians who said, Mr. President, keep on what you're doing because we will benefit from it. Not to become part of America, to gain leverage to break free on their own terms. But the idea hurts. Greenland isn't for sale. It's home. Climate change hits hard here. Summers warm up. Ice melts faster. Seals move away from old spots. Hunters wait longer, come back with less. Nukannguaq feels it deep. We're really feeling the effects of climate change now. Glaciers calve with thunderous cracks. As ice retreats, it uncovers minerals, rare earths, an orthosite for insulation, glass, even space tech. Suddenly, the world wants in. Far north, the White Mountain Mine runs. No roads lead there. Everything flies or boats in. Foreman Niles O. commutes from Copenhagen. Long flights, then boat rides. He fixes machines, works long shifts. The crew eats whale steak some nights, Danish food others. Niels calls his mother briefly. Yeah, but we are adults now. We got to earn our own money. The mine isn't making big profits yet. Harsh cold, dust, isolation test everyone. But for many Greenlanders, it's hope. Jobs, money towards self-rule. Manager John points to drill cores. As the ice sheets are receding, there's more minerals being uncovered. So it's becoming a very attractive location. In Nuuk, life pulses differently. Supermarkets sell imported goods, costly and processed. But local markets offer reindeer, whale, seal, walrus, fresh, clean. Ain Pipaluk shops there. She studied in Denmark, returned home. I miss being able to go out, eat different dishes in restaurants and cafes. There isn't much to do here, yet she hunts with family, fills the freezer. Now she works as a social worker. She helps young people in a residence for those from tough homes. Alcoholism touches many families. Violence follows. 1/3 of kids leave school early. Suicide among youth breaks hearts often. Ain opens the door to the residence. Teens sit in a circle, some quiet, some angry. One boy speaks low. My parents were alcoholics. My dad beat me up and threw me out. Another adds, I want to live in Greenland. I want to have children, a family of my own. They play games, cook, laugh sometimes. Leader Kim guides them gently. The idea is that first they should have a safe home here. Then we expect them to start vocational training or attend school regularly. Kim talks of deeper pain. For centuries we've been oppressed by the Danish government. We've been completely controlled. Trump's words stirred worry. As we heard more about this large, powerful nation wanting to own Greenland, we started to think about it and started to worry. Soccer brings light. On Disco Island, Nukannguaq coaches kids on a dusty field. Puddles dot the pitch. Of course, we'd like to play international matches with our own team, but Greenland isn't in FIFA or UEFA. Games stay local. Kids run, shout, dream big. One girl says, I want to have children, a family of my own. They unplug from phones, step into nature. It heals, connects. Tourism grows too. Trump's talk brought curious visitors. Shops sell reindeer bone carvings. One seller laughs. There's a lot of tourists now who talk about, oh, just before Trump take over your country. So that's why I come this year instead of another year. Night falls over Nuuk. Lights flicker in homes. The ice sheet looms dark in the distance. People here endure cold that bites, isolation that weighs, changes that scare. But they hunt together, share stories, raise kids with love for the land. Tradition holds strong. Dogs bark under stars. Boats rock in fjords, voices whisper of freedom. This is Greenland's heart. Not minerals or maps or politics. It's families like Nukannguaq's feeding dogs at dawn. Teens dreaming of safe futures. Elders remembering old ways. They face melting ice, outside pressures, inner struggles, yet hope flickers. Independence feels possible, one careful step at a time. They say it quietly, but firmly. Greenland belongs to Greenlanders. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button, share it with friends who care about real people and real places, and subscribe for more stories like this. Follow along, let's keep hearing these voices from the edges of the world.